maybe just finishing this series. I don't know yet. We'll see. I'm so shocked that Toronto beat Houston in 5 games. I love it. Don't get me wrong. Shocked. So it's going to be Atlanta, Minnesota in the World Series for sure. Because Minnesota's not going to lose to Toronto. But I'm definitely going to want to look at Toronto's player numbers. I'm baffled at this game's inability to just let me use who I want for pitchers. Why the fuck is Lance Lynn pitching now? He should not. He was never in my starting rotation. Ever. Ever. So what the fuck happened that changed?
Heidi, you spoke to some of them earlier. What was the mindset of this group?
And why the fuck? Felix Hernandez was my best pitcher all year. From April to October, he was, without a doubt, the most consistent, the most productive, and he provided the best results. He had the best numbers. He is, without a doubt, the guy who should have been starting game 1. But fine, Soroka has a higher overall, so we'll go with Soroka for game 1. But why is this fat bastard who has been terrible all year before I traded for him, and I screwed up. Yeah, I screwed up and traded for him when I shouldn't have. Why is he being used when Cole Hamels should be in the rotation over him, first of all? And second of all, Felix Hernandez hasn't seen a postseason inning in his career. And now, after everything he's been through, to have a career resurgence at this level, is he not seeing a postseason inning still? That is bullshit. I hate the absolute lack of control this game mode gives you in October, when part of the game mode, literally, in the name, March to October. To be fair, actually, you know what? It's funny, because you don't play too much from March to October. Once you get to October, you play every game, but you don't have control. It's like you have control from March to October, but once you get in October, you don't have control anymore. You can set your lineup after game 1, but that's it. You have no control over who pitches what game, and that is one of the most crucial things, if not the most crucial thing, in the postseason, is A, pitching, and B, who starts what game. It is mind-boggling to me that they don't just have some little feature in here that says, hey, you're going to be in the postseason. Like, the second you clinch a wild card spot, it should give you the option, who do you want pitching that wild card game? Who do I want pitching that wild card game? Because it shouldn't always just be, this guy has your highest overall. Because I'll tell you what, I have plenty of seasons where the highest overall pitcher on the team, so in this case, you know, let's look at, what's a team that has a really good starter and then a bunch of nobodies really. No offense. The Cardinals. They have Jack Flaherty as their ace, and Jack Flaherty's a great pitcher. After him, though, they don't have necessarily bad starting pitchers, but you don't know really anyone after Jack Flaherty. There's no one at Jack Flaherty's level. So let's say Jack Flaherty, or I'll do one even better. The Red Sox. It's my favorite team, and I know how that team runs in this game mode. Okay. It's one thing I've learned over the last like 10 years is that my mother has the world's worst timing. Love her, but world's worst timing. Look at the Red Sox. They don't have starting pitching for shit. Especially now with Chris Sale being hurt. As far as I can remember, the pitching rotation is Erod 1, Evaldi 2. They just got Colin McHugh, so like he's 3. Michael Perez, I think is his name. No, something Perez is 4. I don't know. And then like bullpen for 5. My point is, Eduardo Rodriguez in this game mode constantly has his overall go up into diamond level territory at about 87, 88. Occasionally he hits 90. But if you look at his statistics for any given year, so we'll even say this year right here with my Braves run, if you look at his statistics, I guarantee you, you know what? I know I've gone so long without getting an actual gameplay started, but I want to prove a point. It's mind-boggling to me that there's not some sort of option when the second you clinch a wild card berth, or just they could do it right at the end of the season. When the season ends, if you are not in the postseason, well, guess what? You don't have to worry about it. But if you are in the wild card game, before that game happens, before it sims up until the 6th inning, or I'm pretty sure the wild card game, you actually play the entire thing. But before that game starts, or at any point in time, it should give you the option to say, hey, who do you want to start that game? Who do you want your starting pitcher to be in that game? And then, if you win the wild card game, or if you've made the postseason and you're not in the wild card game and you're in the divisional round, it should ask you, hey, you have a 5-game series here, or just prior to each game even. Who do you want starting game 1? This guy. Okay, game 1, you do it, you win, you lose, whatever. Game 2, who do you want starting game 2? That guy. Okay, game 2, 6th inning, here you go, here's what he did, or whatever. You could do it one of two ways. You could either do that, or you could do, hey, you're in the postseason now. You are in the division series. If you are in the division series, who do you want starting game 1? Boom. Game 2. Boom. Game 3. Boom. Game 4. Boom. Game 5. Boom. There you go. Set it. Just like that. And you can set it so it's like this guy starts game 1, and then maybe I want him starting game 5 as well, so you set him for both, or game 4, or whatever. It is beyond retarded, and I hate saying that, but it's beyond retardation that this game doesn't let you have any control over your starting pitching rotation, seemingly, in March to October. So my point being, look at Eduardo Rodriguez right here. He is 87 overall, diamond level, and he is without a doubt, speaking overall-wise, attribute-wise, Martin Perez, by the way, that's what I can think of. Overall-wise, he is the best on this team. Everyone else is in the 70s or lower for starting pitchers. But let's say look at his statistics. He had a terrible year. 4.88 ERA, 1.39 WHIP. Strikeouts were okay, but overall not a good year. This is certainly not an ace. That is not the guy who I want starting game 1. He pitched 210 innings, so it's not like his numbers are small sample size. Well, he only pitched 30 innings and he just got shelled a little bit, and he's overall a good pitcher. No, he pitched 210 innings, the most in his career, and had by far the worst year of his career. So, to me, but his overall went up. First of all, I don't see how his overall goes up there. I don't understand how that makes sense. Or, let me rephrase that. Because he's 26 years old with B potential, and his overall was probably in the low 80s to high 70s, if I had to guess to start the year. Because of his potential, his age, then his attributes will go up because he hasn't hit his prime yet, I suppose. Or his peak, I don't know, one or the other. So it makes sense. But if his attributes are going up, his statistics are getting worse. That's the part that doesn't make sense. He has gotten better. Attributes speaking wise, looking here at his attributes, this is the best his attributes have ever been. According to this game. You know, I'm sure whatever. So you look at MLB 19, 18, 17, 16 and all that. His attributes have not been this high, or at least they should not have been. I don't recall his overall ever being higher than what it is right now. So, with that being said, he should be posting his best statistics. And he doesn't. So that's an issue in of itself. But if he has an 87 overall and he is diamond, that looks good on paper. These don't. This is not a good... the whip's okay. But that is not a guy that I want to start game 1. Now, granted, when you look at the rest of their rotation, yeah, he is your best option. But let's say hypothetically, Erod has 87 overall, but those are his numbers. And then we look at Nathan Eovaldi. His overall 72. But let's say he posts an ERA of, my God, these numbers are ugly. But let's say he posts an ERA of 3.4 and a whip of 1.2. You know, and the strikeouts are about the same as Erod's. I will tell you right now, 100 times out of 100 in real life, Nathan Eovaldi will start over Eduardo Rodriguez in game 1. If he posts those numbers and Erod keeps these numbers here. And I will 100% tell you right now, if I'm playing March to October with a team and I have a guy, granted he's 72 overall, but he has better numbers. His ERA is a whole, like, one tick lower. You know, Erod put up 4.88, and Eovaldi, like I said, in this hypothetical, his ERA was like 3.4, and then his whip is 1.2. I want Nathan Eovaldi in game 1 of every series. And then from there, if there comes a time where I need to call on my best pitcher again, whether it's a game 5, a game 4, and we're down 3-0 or whatever, I want Nathan Eovaldi, not Eduardo Rodriguez. And that's what blows my mind about this game. Because look here, I'm going to do something that I hate to do, and I'm going to look at my guy's stats before the season's over. Looking at my pitchers, Lance Lynn, I got him in a trade. His overall is 86. He's diamond. That looks good on paper, but his year was not good. 4.3 ERA. That is not as good as a 2.17 ERA. Not even close. So why is the guy with a 4 ERA starting in a postseason game when the guy with a low 2 ERA in 215 and 2/3 innings not sniffed an inning? That is fucking bullshit. And yeah, you know what? If Felix Hernandez goes out there and he absolutely blows, we're only down 1 run right now. Lance Lynn's only given up 2 runs through the first 5 innings. But if Felix goes out there and we're down 7-0 right now, am I going to be upset? Yeah, of course I'm not happy. We're down 7-0. But I threw my best guy out there. And sure, he shit the bed. But he's my best guy. He gives me the best chance. This fuck doesn't. So you know what? Cole Hamels is going to pitch the rest of this. I don't know. Because that's the thing. Even if I put Felix, I just moved Felix so that he should be next in the rotation. Lance Lynn was 1. I put Felix to 2. So that way Felix should come right after him. I guarantee you Max Fried starts this next game. And Max Fried should be my number 5 guy. My rotation should have been what I wanted it to be. Felix 1, Soroka 2, Foltynewicz 3, Hamels 4, Fried 5, Lance Lynn sitting on his thumbs in the bullpen, not sniffing an inning of the postseason. Instead, I've got Soroka 1, Foltynewicz 2, Fried 3, Lynn 4, Felix 5, Hamels sitting on his thumbs. I am irritated as fuck right now. This is my team. I'm in charge. Let me do that. Don't take that shit from me. I want to put Cole Hamels in there, but I'm afraid that he's going to end up all of a sudden supposed to be starting game 4 for whatever reason. But fuck it. So fucking dumb. And now I'm going to hit terribly because I'm pissed off. And I just wasted all this. Now it's 3:30, and I'm almost certainly not going to finish the series now. No, I don't even want to play this shit. This is so fucking dumb.
Now the pitch.
If I weren't pissed off right now, I guarantee that would have been a home run. A hanging changeup in the center of the plate. But I'm seeing red right now because this shit is retarded.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here it comes. Line to the right side.
And I'm also pissed because now here I am in the 6th inning, and I'm pissed off that Lance Lynn is pitching. So much so the fact that I'm pulling him because he doesn't deserve it, one. And regardless, he should not be there. I would not have done. He would not have pitched at all in the postseason if I had my way. So now that he's out there, I need to pull my starting pitcher in the 6th inning, in the top of the 6th inning, to pinch hit for him when he's only given 2 runs. If there were anyone else on the mound right now, I probably would not have pinch hit for him in that situation.
Here comes the first pitch. Lifted into the air out towards center
And yeah,
field.
sure, that gives up. I'm fucking pissed off. I'm not playing this game tonight.